Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Well, we got a few things to go over today. It looks like we have almost official confirmation on who the Oilers PTO will be. You can probably guess the name. We've talked about it repeatedly over the last few days. I'll get to it in a moment, but let's start with the news that got us going today. The Calgary Flames announcing that they'd signed defenseman Jarred Tinordi to a one-year, two-way contract with an AAV of $800,000. Jarred Tinordi was a name we talked about for the Oilers. He gets a contract outright with the Calgary Flames, and the Flames also making it official that they were bringing in Tyson Barrie on a PTO. So two names officially crossed off the list for the Edmonton Oilers. Of interest, former Oiler Adam Erne signing a PTO with the New York Rangers. So congrats to Erne, and hopefully he can earn a role there with the Rangers. The Edmonton Oilers were back on the ice for more informal skates this morning. Tony Brower reporting that RNH, McDavid, and Hyman were together as a line, and Skinner, Draisaitl, and Arvidsson. Obviously, the lines at informal skates or captain skates, whatever you want to call it, aren't anything to take too much stock into. It's basically going to be what we see in training camp come next week. But interesting that those guys were pairing together on those two lines. I think ultimately it's going to be Jeff Skinner who ends up with Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. A few people have pointed that out, and probably Draisaitl, Arvidsson, and Nuge going as the second line. But let's see what happens come next week in training camp. Connor McDavid was looking excellent, skating like the wind, as per usual with Connor McDavid. No surprise there. Connor and Victor Arvidsson spoke to the media today. Victor Arvidsson joked about running into Connor McDavid yesterday. We talked about it a little bit, that scary moment where Arvidsson took Connor McDavid down. They made jokes about it today, so definitely nothing to worry about there, but it was a bit of a scary moment. Connor was complimenting Edmonton left, right, and center today. Rogers Place, where they play, of course, the first-rate facilities. Only complained about the construction in Edmonton, and, of course, we all complain about the construction at Edmonton. It's ridiculous, but just gives you more promise and belief that Connor McDavid will officially re-sign next summer. One of my favorite Oilers of all time, Sam Gagner, just a great team guy. Was really hoping he could come back with the Edmonton Oilers on a two-way deal, play primarily in Bakersfield, but right now it's looking like that is not going to happen. Gagner is headed to the Carolina Hurricanes on a professional tryout, so obviously wish Sam all the best. Wish he could have come back with the Edmonton Oilers in some capacity, but maybe next year, a little bit down the road, he can come back in a management development role. Jim Matheson touched on Evander Kane. He hasn't been on the ice at all for the Oilers in the informal skates. It's looking more and more like that surgery that we all kind of suspected was going to happen is probably going to happen. We don't have anything official from the Edmonton Oilers on that just yet. I imagine we get some kind of announcement probably towards the end of this week, but it's all pointing towards Evander Kane needing surgery. And lastly, as I mentioned to start this video, it looks like Travis Dermott will be the Oilers' PTO option coming into training camp. Insider Frank Saravalli putting out this tweet. Been lots of speculation on the Oilers' defense plans. Expectation is we'll see Travis Dermott arrive in Edmonton for voluntary captain skates this week with a formal PTO to follow. So nothing official on a Travis Dermott PTO to let you guys know of just yet, but it looks like it will be Travis Dermott as the Oilers PTO. Chris Knobloch just mentioned one defenseman coming in yesterday, so that may be it, but let's see what happens here, guys. I've done a little searching today, just kind of following along hockey news, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking to clear some space to sign Max Pacioretty, possibly Steven Lorentz coming in on a PTO, and I don't know, could Connor Timmins, a right shot D that I think is probably an upgrade on both Josh Brown and Troy Stetcher, 1 year, $1.1 million. I know Connor Timmins wouldn't definitely be the answer for the Edmonton Oilers, but I think he'd be a decent option to bring in here if a deal could be worked out between the Oilers and Leafs, but they may just sign Travis Dermott and go with what they have for now. So, like I said, not hearing anything directly on Connor Timmins coming to the Edmonton Oilers, but just thought I'd throw that name out there for you guys to consider. Let me know your thoughts on Connor Timmins, maybe coming in through trade, in the comment section below. But that's all I have for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all the topics in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. Closing in on 8,000 subscribers, so if you guys could help me reach that new milestone, would really appreciate it. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. See you soon, guys.